poor planning on my part.
He doesn't know what he's trying to say.
You want more light?
No, I don't. No, I got it memorized. Welcome everyone. Thank you all for coming. This is the, I don't know if you've seen various numbers about what number Cabin Fever Folly this is. At one point we thought it was the 35th this year, but then a couple of years ago it was the 34th, and then it was the 34th the year before that too.
Aren't you a math teacher, Doug?
And then a couple of times it was the 33rd, and then I went back in the archives, and then there were a couple of years we never did a Cabin Fever Follies, or at least it was never recorded, so we think this is the 34th, or at least based on my research.
It's been a long time.
It has been 34 years. That is, let's see, take away 1, subtract 4.
It's a lot.
A lot. It was a long time ago. It started in the 80s. If you look at that program in front of you, that drawing was done in 1986 for one of the very first Cabin Fever Follies.
It was a cave drawing.
So, I am Doug Bergstein, and this is
Susan Loynd.
We are going to be your MCs for this evening.
Together again.
Yeah. So, there is nothing like springtime in Vermont. You've got that fresh air. You've got the grass starting to peek through the snow. You've got the warm weather. You've got the mud. Mud! So, speaking of mud, we have lost one of our performers tonight because of mud. Balthasized is stuck up in Prickly. Did anyone come for Prickly tonight? Anyone?
No, but Follies back.
Well, neither did he. So,
Surprise for the what if car.
yeah, we'll go out, we'll take pictures of your cars. So 1 year ago, Susan and I and Ruth Ann, who is our lovely sound and light operator for this evening. 1 year ago, we embarked on an endeavor that never before, and we hope never again, will happen. It was a virtual Cabin Fever Follies, and I gotta tell you, it was a trip, and it's a trip I don't want to take again. No, it was great, but it's much better to have all of you out here, so thank you for coming. Round of applause for yourselves! Susan, this is your turn to pretend to read the script. Give us some light, too. Remember, they're your friends, your neighbors, your countrymen. Support them to the best of your ability. And they all know where you live. Go ahead.
So our first act of the evening is an old-timer despite his youthful appearance. He's been on the stage several times with us. We're lucky to have him back. Terrence Cube is going to play Stay All Night. We're lucky to have him for another year to lead things off. He was one of the Olivers in the 2019 show Oliver. And let's see, what else? He's a veteran, and he's going to be playing his banjo and singing Stay All Night. Welcome, Terrence.
It's asking, but yeah.
Susan, first name, Butcher.
What?
No.
Ask you?
It's asking.
Do you want me to ask you a question?
All right. Can I go home and never going by the mill because the bridge is gone? Okay.
Right now, that was a little low.
All right.
Better?
Yep.
Are you talking to me?
No, it's better. No, it's good.
Who's talking to me, Doug?
Okay.
going by the mill, 'cause the bridge washed up down the bottom of the hill. Big creeks up and the little creeks level. Climb a corner with the double shovel. Stay all night, stay a little longer. Dance all night, dance a little longer. Pull off the coat, throw it in the corner. Don't see why I can't stay a little longer. Stay all night, stay a little longer. Dance all night, dance a little longer. Pull off the coat, throw it in the corner. Don't see why I can't stay a little longer. Sitting in the window, singing to my love. Slide bucket fell from the window above. You and grasshopper eating ice cream. You got sick, so we did them on the day. Stay all night, stay a little longer. Dance all night, dance a little longer. Pull off the coat, throw it in the corner. Don't see why I can't stay a little longer. Stay all night, stay a little longer. Dance all night, dance a little longer. Pull off the coat, throw it in the corner. Don't see why I can't stay a little longer. Stay all night, stay a little longer. Dance all night, dance a little longer. Pull off the coat, throw it in the corner. Don't see why I can't stay a little longer. Stay all night, stay a little longer. Dance all night, dance a little longer. Pull off the coat, throw it in the corner. Don't see why I can't stay a little longer. Stay all night, stay a little longer. Dance all night, dance a little longer. Pull off the coat, throw it in the corner. Don't see why I can't stay a little longer. Sing it with me. Stay all night, stay a little longer. Dance all night, dance a little longer. Pull off the coat, throw it in the corner. Don't see why I can't stay a little longer. Stay all night, stay a little longer. Dance all night, dance a little longer. Pull off the coat, throw it in the corner. Don't see why I can't stay a little longer. Don't see why I can't stay a little longer.
Do any of you remember Terry from his early days? It's hard to believe that he's... Terry, are you 12? 13?
12.
12. That he's 12 and he had younger days here on stage. So next, we have a gentleman from the Burlington area. He's a comic. He's been performing in the Burlington scene for a couple years now. He appeared in the Best in Show showcase at the Vermont Comedy Club last fall, and I want to hear more about this next piece that he wrote. He was co-recipient of Time Magazine's 2006 Person of the Year. Is that true? Tonight, he is sharing with you the story of the ham. Please welcome Rob Hale.
Good evening, you beautiful people. How are you all? This is all tied up here. Okay, I'm going to do it this way then. Let's make some noise for the Valley Players having us in tonight. And make some noise for yourselves for coming out and supporting local art. That's awesome. All right, so as was mentioned, my name's Rob, and I'm here to tell you the 80s are back. And as a child of the 80s, I am here for it! Make some noise if you're a child of the 80s. Yes, my fellow Gen Xers. I'm here to remind you to schedule your colonoscopies. No, I am here for the 80s 2.0. You can see it, right? Everybody, I'm going to get to the ham thing, trust me. The 80s are back. You've got the high-waisted acid-wash jeans are back, bright neon colors, and Russian nukes are on high alert again. I feel 18 again. It's invigorating. Ugh, I know. Come on, you're allowed stuff. Back in the original 1980s, I went to a small Catholic college in New Hampshire. And one time during winter finals, my friends and I, we were studying, and it got a little late, and we got a little hungry, a little punchy, kind of the natural state of the college-age guy. And it was too late. The cafeteria was closed, the coffee shop was closed, and this, you may not know this by looking at me, but this is a few years before the invention of DoorDash. So what were we going to do? We decided that we were going to go door to door in our dormitory scrounging for food. As trick-or-treating goes, it was pathetic. And we ended up having no luck until finally we got to a point where one guy had recently gotten a care package from home. And in this care package, he had received a canned ham. Now, even if we were that rare teenager who knows their way around an oven, and I assure you we weren't, our dormitory did not have a kitchen. So I don't know what, the psychotic aunt who sent it to him thought he was going to do with it. He clearly didn't know what he was going to do with it because he gave it to us. But it was food, so we took it back to the room. We opened it up and boom, onto the plate. And we looked at it in all its pink glory. The little bits of gelatin clinging to the side, wiggling and jiggling. And we said, we are not eating that. What shall we do with it? And then my friend Spanky, remember when you could have friends nicknamed Spanky? Stuck it with a fork, raised it on high and went, "We will worship it!" And so we donned our bathrobes in the style of the monks who ran the college. And we went out into the hallways. And we were commanding people to worship the one true ham. Those that did were sanctified with a gentle headbutt. Those that did not were cast out and spurned and purified with the Dr. Scholl's foot spray. This was a good time. And it was a really fun evening, and it led to kind of a long set of long-running jokes throughout our college career. Anything having to do with a pig was okay with us. That was a good joke. And it led to us doing things like marking the passage of time in Year of the Ham 1, Year of the Ham 2. We decided if we were ever going to take this religion mainstream, that instead of communion wafers, we would hand out bacon. It would be tastier.
Yeah.
But we wanted to be an inclusive religion and decided that this would reduce the number of Jewish and Muslim converts. So we did away with that idea. We came up with our own prayers. Ham from ham, pork from pork, true pig from true pig. The people laughing the hardest are the Catholics. They've heard that bit before, or variation. And it was all great fun and games, until Year of the Ham 4. My senior year, we were planning a big party. It was going to be a pig roast. And we had printed out invitations with the particulars of where and when, and it included a brief story of the ham as well as a silly prayer. It was very funny. Until one of the younger guys who didn't know us that well got a hold of it. This particular young man was a member of the church choir, what we would call the God Squad. And he took it a little too seriously. By round of applause, how many people have been summoned to the Dean of Students' office accused of running a cult? Just me? I thought you all were cool. In retrospect, I think Father James didn't object to the party so much. It was the prospect of religious competition on campus. He was not okay with that. But that was many years ago, and now I have my own kids in college, and I hope that they make lifelong friends as I did and have their own version of shenanigans. I do hope that they do not get caught starting a cult. I don't want them to get caught. It's okay if they do it. All right, well, now that you're all converts, this is Year of the Ham 36. Find me after the show and I will tell you about the porcine prophecy. Otherwise, my name's Rob Hale. Thank you, and may the ham be with you.
I look at the ham from ham, spam from ham. All right, next up we have Seneca Whittingham. Seneca enjoys adventure, friends, athletics. I feel like this is a personal one. Walks on the beach. And obviously performing. She's another year or two older, and she's back to sing Sick of Losing Soulmates by Dodie. Welcome, Seneca.
Is there supposed to be a chair out here? I don't know. Is there?
I chose the chair. There's a chair.
Oh, there's a chair right there.
Oh, wow. Actually, I don't know what my intro said, but I didn't choose it, so.
No, I wrote it.
I don't know what it
Okay,
said.
you can
I
sit
was a
down.
little zoned out.
You can sit.
Oh, thank you.
Is that right at your mouth? Is that good?
I don't know if I can follow up the year of the ham.
Beautiful.
Okay. What a strange being you are. God knows how I would be if you hadn't found me sitting all alone in the dark. A dumb screenshot of you. Watch how a cold, broken teen will desperately lean upon a simple little human of gold. What the hell would I be without you? Brave face talks so lightly, hide the truth. Now I'm sick of losing soulmates. So where do we begin? I can finally see you're as messed up as me. So how do we win? I'm sick of losing soulmates. Won't be alone again. I can finally see you're as messed up as me. So how do we win? We will grow old as friends. I promised that before, so what's one more in a gray-haired circle waiting for the end? Time and hearts square us then. So which path will you take? 'Cause we both know a break does exactly what it says on the tin. What the hell would I be without you? Brave face talks so lightly, hide the truth. Now I'm sick of losing soulmates. So where do we begin? I can finally see you're as messed up as me. So how do we win? I'm sick of losing soulmates. Won't be alone again. I can finally see you're as messed up as me. So how do we win? I won't take no for an answer. I won't take no for an answer. No, I won't take no, I won't take no, I won't take no. What the hell would I be without you? Brave face talks so lightly, hide the truth. Now I'm sick of losing soulmates. So where do we begin? I can finally see you're as messed up as me. So how do we win? I'm sick of. Hey man. Do not disturb is a thing, you know. I see you, whoever that was. Keep it up then. Keep it in mind. Anyway. won't be alone again. I can finally see you're as messed up as me, so how do we win?
You could have waited to the end of the song to get the notification. I was one verse away.
All right, we worked on this detail a little bit. Watch this. Just keep watching, we're not done.
In the meantime, there's messages. Oh. Anything to say to your performers?
All right, here we go. Did you notice the whole, whatever we did was impressive? Okay, so in the beginning I mentioned that this is maybe your 34th, 35th, or 36th, 37th, or something like that show. Our next performer is 100% positive that this is his 29th time doing the show. He's not that old. So you can do the math once you see him, and then you'll figure out, wait a minute, he wasn't even born yet when he started. No, that's not true. He was 7. And he started, he was actually a student of mine at Facein Elementary School, and he started telling redneck jokes early on in his career. And he has evolved as a person, and he is now, well, for many years now, he's been writing his own poetry. So please welcome Lee Potter.
Feels so good to be back out here after 2 years of being locked up after COVID. Thank you so much for all coming out and supporting your local theater and for supporting your local community. Yeah, I'd just like to say that we don't get this chance every year, so make the best of it. Yeah. Life's rising tide. Far across the windswept shores, upon rising tides with secret doors, I take a moment to hold in time the echoes of the drumming line. Aboard a vessel set to sea, the drumbeat steady to the paddling. Of oars off board to keep her shore, as on we rode, our lives a blur. So sail on through the day, sail on through the night, sail on through what seems impossible in life. For if you spend your future thinking about your past, you'll be losing a present you can never get back.
Nice.
When I close my eyes, when I find the night, when all my demons fight to survive, I leave on a light by the window side. I take my time, I say I'm fine, but darkness finds these tears I cry. An empty choice in an unseen crowd, a faceless voice that makes no sound, an open mouth upon the walls that scream and shout. I've heard the call in an empty crowd. Of an empty choice in an unseen crowd, it screams aloud without a sound. The night calls me home, where my sins are known, where demons grow upon seeds I've sown. I take my time, I say I'm fine, as darkness keeps the tears I cry. Will anyone see the pain I hide? I take my time, I say I'm fine, as the moon embraces the light of life. Will anyone see this life I find, this struggle to find peace of mind? A love in life, missing each time. They say take your time, be patient, be kind, be loving, be wise. Lord knows I've tried, but please show me a sign. Lord knows I've tried, just show me a sign. I want to be alive. I want this love to survive. Lord knows I've tried, let it survive. I want to be alive. Wild and careless, not believing in peace, so crazy and heartless, love meant nothing to me. A person so reckless, there was no room for dreams. But at the rise from the fall, things are different, it seems. Take time to reach out, to learn from me. I'm both student and teacher in this world where we meet. Now older, now wiser, having had time to reflect. And many lessons I've learned, many things still to correct. So many wonderful people I've met, and so many debts still to collect. And still goodbyes always said, but even in death. In my heart you will rest. For in your memory I find I remember you best. Every moment so golden, they're frozen in time. For every word you have spoken, just a perfect little line. Reflecting just another wrinkle in time. Is this where we all live together? Simply a better way to remember what was, what never could be so sublime. I will hold your hand until dusk defines time. For your memory here I collect as a token in time, as forever we walk, a love intertwined.
This is exciting. Is everybody excited here? We have lots of things happening. There's chairs, there's things.
They don't know that.
They don't know the half of it. They're about to have a big surprise day. So we have Lou Bavakwo. Do I have that right, Lou? Bavakwa. Yes, Lou Bavakwa. Lou jumped onto the Cabin Fever Follies bandwagon this year and got both feet wet. That's a weird cross between two different metaphors. I'm not sure. Who writes this schlock? He's playing a tune on his harmonica called Dueling Banjos. See the connection there? Yeah, okay. And he's going to be joined by a special guest or three. So let's welcome Lou. What? Oh, one of the special guests is named Kevin. Kevin. Everybody give it up for Kevin.
My notes are gone. Luckily, I know who's next. So this, Taryn's been around a while, and these next two have also been around a while, despite their youthful age. In fact, Fiona said to me, I think I was 6 or 7 when I was in that little Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz dress playing fiddle. And I think that was not before he was born or anything, but before Emmett was part of the stage. Maybe it was around the same time. These details I don't remember. Anyway, and I don't remember the name of the song they're playing, but they'll tell you. Please welcome Fiona and Emmett Stoll. gonna sing, right?
No, not this year.
Oh, no singing?
Just tunes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Phew, just
Just me.
long enough. All right, you two happy?
Yeah.
Great. Is that on?
All right. Okay. We're gonna play a couple sets of tunes, and the first one is called "The Roaring Barmaid." It's a really old Celtic harp tune that we learned from our friend Ava as a part of the Young Tradition Vermont touring group. Some of our favorite old-time tunes that we learned from our teacher Pete Sutherland, June Apple and Liza Jane.
was fun. All right, next up we have, this is exciting, Joanne Puente, Rudy's Big Adventure. Joanne, for those of us who know and love her here at the theater, is leaving her usual backstage spot as our perennial stage manager to stand in the spotlight, no pressure, Joanne, for her first Cabin Fever Follies. It's her debut. She wants everyone to know that Rudy is not her cat. She did not write the song, and it really is a true story. Welcome, Joanne.
Rudy is a cat of silk and fur and suave demeanor, but his intellect is not the very best. On the night of which I speak, we had finished up our dinner. My husband Rich was clearing our repast. He threw the salmon in the sink, turned his gaze for just a blink, and then he hollered and I turned to him aghast. The cat has caught his head in the disposal. The salmon skin was just the bait to lure him to insinuate his head in the incinerator. Rudy's in the clink. I gathered up my wits and then I slapped it on some Crisco and a little bit of Johnson's Baby Suds. I was thinking I could grease him up and slide him from the trap, but the portly little body wouldn't budge. Then Rudy's brother Loynd began to nip and lick and howl at his sibling who was swimming in the sludge. Cat has caught his head in the disposal. Who can you call up late at night to ask for help with such a plight? Your plumber, sure, he'll set it right. Dave will save the day. Dave was glad to talk Rich calmly through the fine points of disposal deconstruction, but we failed to free the cat. And 1-800-INCINERATOR won't respond on Sunday nights, no matter what they tell you in the ad. We resorted to the digits of the desperate 911, and I settled in to have a little chat. My cat has caught his head in the disposal. Don't worry, man, we'll take this on. We'll send the officers Mike and Tom. If they can't handle it, no one can. Help is on the way. The cops arrived at midnight, cat lovers everyone, and they surveyed the situation in a second. Soon Rich, Mike, and Tom were huddled underneath the sink with a tiny saw to cut the flange from Rudy's neck. And I sat with Rudy on the brink, breathing deep so as not to think of the saw blade that was grinding in the depths. The guy exposed the guts of the disposal. Rudy's face appeared to us, that visage that's so dear to us, but it wasn't out of danger because his neck was in the ring. We couldn't cut the flange without endangering the cat, and so the next step was to lift the kitchen sink. Officer Mike has got a little plumbing business on the side, and he set to work as quick as you could think. The guys were having quite a time capping off the plumbing lines. By 1 a.m. the pipes were all unleaked. The cat was still encased in the disposal. We tipped the sink upon its side so head and body could align, but still the budget was not inclined. Rudy's in a bind. The cops had done all they could do, and Rudy's paws were turning blue. He had to see a doctor right away. Mike knew about a clinic with an all-night vet to visit, and he said that he would lead us to the place. So Rich got in the driver's seat, I got him back in the kitchen sink, and Rudy in the disposal on my lap. Cat caught his head in the disposal. As we set out, I thought I'd comfort Rudy with my touch, and so I reached around so he could smell my head. And that loving little tabby chopped down on my finger badly. He clamped it in his jaws and held it fast. I yelled aloud in pain, and Rich pulled over in a panic. What's the matter, are you okay? I answered, no. The cat has got his jaws around my pinky. I knew I would survive the bruise. We pulled again behind the cruiser, racing down the avenue, searching for the vet. The cop pulled over in a parking lot behind a church. We pulled beside him, and Rich said, Mike, where's the vet? And the officer responded, who is Mike and who are you, and what's the reason you've been tailing me tonight? Rich pointed to the backseat where I grimly smiled and gnashed my teeth, and once again my saga did relate. My cat has caught his head in the disposal. Our third policeman wasn't busy. I'll lead you to the vet, said he, and there was Michael in a tizzy. Where the heck were you? We carried Rudy and the sink in the disposal in, and we were glad to be received without a smirk. Rudy's temperature and oxygen were low. He was in shock. The doctor and the staff were right to work. I tried hard not to cringe when they stuck in the syringe, and that pudgy little body slumped inert. The cat was slithered out of the disposal. They lubed his neck with KY jelly, pulled his greasy body till he popped out of his collar, was free from the sink at last. The crew sprang into action. IV fluids were attached to little suction blankets, warmed him in his bed. Hot water bottles were applied, a blow dryer to warm the funky spike of fur upon his tawny head. Rich and I got home at 4 a.m., sipped martinis, and went to bed, awakened by a newsman with a query. Have you got a cat who caught his head in the disposal? The blotter, the policeman, keeps said something about a kitchen sink and a cat who clearly didn't think. How's Rudy, by the way? The story spread around the town and traveled all the world around, but things not affected Rudy's thinking. Our new disposal has it covered, and I know I find it odd that Rudy still is seen to prowl around the brick. You'd imagine he'd recall with every shiver of his soul that magic evening he adorned the kitchen sink. The cat caught his head in the disposal. The night that Rudy was detained, $1,000 went down the drain. And the stalwart vet can now exclaim, he's seen the kitchen sink.
That is a lot of words. And it's a great story, isn't it? I give you the Raisinets. That's funny. Should I say it again in case you didn't hear me? No. So it's intermission time. And this is the time we usually, for those who have been here before, usually this place is filled with tables and people have ate their food and it's a total disaster area. And this is the time where we ask people to clean up, but we're not going to need to do that now. So we're not going to take a 45-minute intermission. We're going to take a 12-minute intermission. Stretch your legs. While you're doing that, spend a little money with Ned here and Alex over there. And let's keep those messages going. See you in 12. So, in fact, Ruth Ann, we were just talking about you up here. Because normally a huge part of this show is the two of us ribbing Henry Erickson, who is, running the light booth, and you're not giving us anything to rib you about.
Stop doing everything right.
Well, they just did. I didn't even know you were ready.
Yeah, it wasn't that fun. That part wasn't that funny.
You're gonna have to try harder to screw up.
Yeah.
Wasn't Henry sleeping most of the time?
Oh yeah, that's what. Ooh, sorry. That's why.
I'm trying to give you something.
Okay. Thanks. I had a big faux pas earlier. I was telling you about the Raisinets and the messages, but I neglected to tell you the beneficiary of the Raisinet money. So I was setting up the sound system for this event, and I haven't set up the sound system for 2+ years, and things are falling apart. I don't know if you saw the paper, but we got a really nice donation from Alpino Vino. Yes, because they know what it is. And so with that money, and with the money that we are going to raise this weekend, we are going to purchase 2 new speakers, a new soundboard, a new snake, so a snake is kind of what you think of. There's some outputs here, and it runs all the way back to the soundboard. And all of this equipment that I'm referring to is older than I've been involved, which is 1997. And so it's old, it's time. So your donations are going to help us get a new sound system. So thank you so much.
Does that mean Henry doesn't have a job anymore? Have we replaced Henry with a sound system? Is that what's happening?
If you want to.
Well, welcome to Act 2, everybody. And our first performer is Jim Proctor. Elvis is in the house. It's been Big Blue Eyes, a.k.a. Jim Proctor, is a first-time performer here at Cabin Fever Follies. Recently relocated from the Boston area. He can't wait for Waitsfield's annual Elvis impersonation contest. You could have a long wait, Jim. I'm just saying. It'd be a while, buddy. But you do you. Elvis impersonation. Here is his rendition of There's Always Me, with backup by Jessica and Carrie and accompaniment by Micheal Halloran. Give it up for Jim Proctor.
I think it's a little too high.
When the evening shadows fall and you're wondering who to call for a little company, there's always me. And if your great romance should end and you're lonesome for a friend, darling, you need never be. There's always me. I don't seem to mind somehow playing second fiddle now. Someday you'll want me, dear, and when that day is here, within my arms you'll come to know other loves may come and go, but my love for you will be eternally. Look around and you will see there's always me.
up, and I'm not sure they were singing the same words at the same time. But it sounded great from out here. All right, back by their own demand. Popular demand. The Mad River The Mad River Libbers are here to twist your tongues once again. I give you Susan Loynd and Marcy Robinson. Time to turn on your creative brains for a few minutes.
Did I hear no? What the hell? What's wrong with you people? It's not like you have anything else to do. I mean, don't give me attitude.
Yeah, perfect. All right, we are going to do a hilarious Mad Lib, and you all are going to help. So,
Whether you want to or not.
what?
I'm like,
I can't see over there.
no.
Can I keep this on?
Yeah. Here, let's do this.
Because who wants to use that mic right there? Okay, so those of you who are perhaps unfamiliar with the English language or Mad Libs, we're just going to have a little tutorial. An adjective that we ask for is a word that describes a noun. A verb is an action. I think you might know a number. A noun is a person, place, thing, whatever. And yeah, I think that about covers it for what we'll be going over. So the first thing we need to hear from you is some awesome suggestions for an adjective.
Smelly. Beautiful. Muddy.
Smelly. I think I heard smelly.
Let's go.
Okay. And next, a verb, but one ending in ed.
Ooh. They may not be.
They have a commercial for that.
They may not be. It's a different kind of eating.
Okay.
That's another shot.
That's the after hours then. Sorry.
Flabbergasted.
Shrivel.
Well, is that a verb?
Shrivel. If something shrivels, then it shriveled.
Grunted.
Wait. Grunted? Grunted. Yeah. No, shriveled. We're doing shriveled. I heard that first. Okay. You good?
Yep.
All right. Now a plural noun. More than one.
Chickens. Bandits.
Ham.
Seeds.
Chickens. Chickens. Who doesn't love a chicken? Me. But we'll go. All right. Now we're looking for a liquid.
Water.
Milk.
Vodka.
Water.
Tequila.
Vodka. No, we're not doing vodka.
Tequila.
Something less Russian.
Motor oil.
You're in charge, buddy.
Milk.
I heard motor oil.
Motor oil. Yeah, we'll do motor oil. Okay, now just a plain old noun.
Numina ultramicroscopic silicovolcanic.
Sun.
We don't have that much room.
Pineapple.
Pineapple. Now, this is subjective, I guess, but famous person. I think John Cena has had his moment tonight already. Bernie. Okay. Now an occupation.
Teacher. Singing.
What was that first thing?
Meteorologist.
It's not
Vet.
It's not living in
Vet.
Something's wrong. I'm so sorry we skipped
We did.
place.
Place. Okay. Hey, place, please.
Waitsfield.
Las Vegas. Yes, we have. Yes, we have. Okay. Where are we now?
Noun.
We are on a noun.
Mushroom.
There's nobody else out there? Lamb? Somebody say lamb.
Yeah.
Is that lamb? Okay. I cannot see you. Now we would like a nationality.
Germish.
Irish.
Irish. We're a day away. Irish. Who had their Guinness yesterday? Who had more than one? Thank you, Mickey. Okay, now we would like a female celebrity.
Lovely Linda.
Zendaya. You know, from Spider-Man and other things. It starts with a Z, but that's okay. We'll take it. Okay. Noun.
Grasshopper.
Shoelace. Column 2, we would like a female friend. Could be a celebrity, depends on who you know.
I think Fiona's a celebrity in my heart.
Who performed tonight?
Yeah.
Okay. We need a little older. Sorry.
Jennifer Aniston.
Is that your friend?
She's one.
That is true.
Mickey Nucci.
Mickey Nucci.
What?
I don't know. Blame them.
I think we're friends, right?
Oh, now I know where that's coming from. The voice from the beyond. Okay, now another plural noun. Plural noun.
Lawyers.
Snickers.
Deer ticks.
Deer ticks. Okay, now, nice and easy. A number. 763 is the winner. Check your tickets. And finally, another adjective. Sweaty. Sweaty, definitely. That's the way. All right. Now, the great reveal. Come on. It comes off. They haven't even worked yet.
Thank you so much. This is my personal ad. And it goes like this. I enjoy smelly walks on the beach, getting shriveled in the rain, serendipitous encounters with chickens. If you're still reading this, you're a weirdo. I really like pina coladas mixed with motor oil and romantic candlelit pineapples. I am well read from Dr. Seuss to Bernie. I travel frequently, especially to Las Vegas. When I'm not busy with my work, I'm a vet. I'm looking for lamb and beauty in the form of an Irish goddess. That's actually true. I just want to say that. Just for the record. She should have this physique of Zendaya, and the shoelace of Mickey Nushi. I would prefer if she knew how to cook, clean, and wash my deer ticks. I know I'm not very attractive in my picture. Turn the page. But that's because it was taken 763 days ago, and I have since become much more sweaty. Thank you very much.
Oh my God. Here we go.
Our next act, Jessica Della Peppa. She made her debut with the Valley Players Theater during our year of COVID performances online. If you saw, oh heck, I don't remember the show. What was the show? Ruth Ann? Jeannie Beckwith wrote it. That I remember. Jessica, what was the show?
A life-altering event.
Yes, a life-altering event in which it was her Valley Players debut, and her life was altered in so many ways. Okay, so however, she is no stranger to performing. She's appeared in various shows all around Central Vermont. Tonight, in her Cabin Fever debut, she is singing "So in Love" from "Kiss Me Kate" by Cole Porter, with Michael accompanying again. Please welcome Jessica.
Strange, dear, but true, dear, when I'm close. getting the cabin fever swing after a few years hiatus. I ran into Eric up in Burlington, and I was like, hey, why haven't you come to Cabin Fever? He said, I moved. Oh, okay, whatever, dude. So he's moved back. He's been performing stand-up comedy for years in the Burlington area. He does a Monday night show, I think, up in Burlington. And he likes to head out to the country for fresh air once in a while. Please give a warm welcome to Eric Dryblatt.
Hey everybody, keep it going for Suda, Mickey, everybody, keep it going for everybody. So excited to be here. One thing, do you guys think that thing is jealous of that thing at all? It's like you get the sunshine and the spotlight? That's not fair. I think so, just a little bit. I'm excited to be here. I'll tell you guys a little bit about me. I used to have a girlfriend who was a ghost. We broke up because she was too possessive. Transitioning into comedy. Very silly, very silly. I'm excited to be here. I am a lifelong Vermonter. I grew up here in Vermont. I moved away to Louisiana a couple years ago, moved back a couple months ago, and I miss being in Louisiana a little bit, partly for the food, but mostly for being considered smart by default. That was pretty cool. He looks like he went to college. Listen to him. I grew up in a small town in southern Vermont, and I moved up to Burlington to go to college. When I went to my first job when I moved up there, I was working at a pizzeria called Possibilities. That is true. We got free pizza at Possibilities. That was like the health insurance perk package, except pizza. That was like our almost unhealth insurance. That was what it was. We could take home pizzas. We could make a pizza and bring it home as much as we wanted to. And I admit I got a little crazy at one point. I took a pat of butter, a stick of butter, and I cut it lengthwise like it was pepperoni slices. And then I made a pepperoni butter pizza. And I didn't feel my arms for 2 years. That's what I did. It was a lot of fun. They say that addiction is when it's the first thing you do in the morning and the last thing you do at night. And if that's true, I'm addicted to diarrhea, because it is... It's a problem. Probably because of the butter pizza, if I'm being honest. I like animals. I'm a fan of animals. I don't super like when animals have people names, though. I think it's kind of freaky. Like, the only thing freakier to me than an animal with a person name is like a person with an animal name, right? So I'm not happy if I meet a dog named Michael, but I'm not going to mess with a guy named Fluffy. Right? That guy is... he's confident. He knows what he's doing. I like stories. I like The Wizard of Oz. I think that's a pretty good story. Do you guys think that in the middle of The Wizard of Oz, when the Wicked Witch of the West was like, "Fly, my pretties," that one of the flying monkeys was just like, "Aw. You think I'm pretty?" It was like attacks Dorothy, one of the other flying monkeys, like, she says that to everybody. Cigarette. I do like stories. I like The Tortoise and the Hare. I think that's a pretty good story. I do not think that the moral of The Tortoise and the Hare, though, is that like slow and steady wins the race. I think that the moral is don't take a nap in the middle of the race. You'll lose, and it'll be your fault. That's what'll happen. Also, the tank engine story, I think I can. I don't think the moral of that is like, believe in yourself. I think the moral is most trains can get up a hill. That's why we have them. That's our whole point. Here's a little life hack for you. You can wish somebody a happy belated birthday any day. 364 days of the year. You can do it. I recently got myself a hot dog from a hot dog cart. Yum, 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 right? Some street meats. I got a hot dog at a hot dog cart, and the guy who was giving out the hot dogs, selling the hot dogs, that would be a good hot dog cart, right? But he was just like saying nonsense to everybody who was getting a hot dog. And he looked really good, so I still wanted the hot dog, but I didn't want him to be, yelling nonsense at me, so I had to come up with a strategy. And my strategy was whatever he says at me, I'm just gonna say, "Man, I love hot dogs." This is pretty safe at a hot dog cart, right? And but I must have like don't mess with me face or whatever, because when I got up to the hot dog line, he just like stopped saying his nonsense, just gave me a hot dog silently. But I still had all this pent up energy, so it was just like, man, I love hot dogs. And we had kind of switched places a little bit. Everybody knows what it's like. It's weird. I like I said, I do like animals. I used to live in a house that had 4 animals, 4 cats. None of them were mine. They were all owned by different roommates. And I moved away. I now don't live in an apartment or a house that has 4 cats anymore. I have no cats. And the only thing less manly than living in a house with 4 cats is missing living in a house with 4 cats. That's kind of where I'm at right now, a little bit. It's very exciting for me. So I did tell you, I worked at this place that had free pizza. It was up in Burlington, and it was great to have all this pizza. The only problem is I was taking the job, I was taking the bus to and from the job, which meant that I was taking pizza with me on the bus. And when you have pizza with you on the bus, people kind of want to talk to you about it. They want to become your friend. They want to get their slice. That's what's happening. And I was always playing goalie. I was like, no, you can't have it. No. But why? You know, it was free. I could have been the king of the bus, right? Handing out slices. You get a slice. You get a slice. Everyone gets a slice. It's not what I did. I would pretend instead that I was bringing it home to my family, and then I would eat alone in the dark. That's what I actually do. It's a lot more fun. You guys have ever tried that? Thank you so much.
How about that, Erica? How about those Raisinets, huh? Keep them coming, we're getting close to the end. Ned, how many sheets you got left?
500.
Okay, we better get at it, people.
Keep going. Keep going.
Let's see, 500 times. Ooh. Okay. You're in for a treat. You get to hear Micheal Halloran again for the last time this evening. Right, Michael?
I think so.
Okay, good. This next performer has fessed up to me and said that she has found her true love. It's not me, no. But it is the Valley Players Theater. She's been looking for a place like this her whole life, and here she has found us. She played Miss Peacock, Mrs. Peacock, in our production of Clue on stage. Anyone see that? It was good, wasn't it? It was fun. Ruth Ann directed it. I don't know if you knew that. That's why she's so good at lights and sound.
I saw it 11 times.
Plus the 50 million rehearsals. So, let's see, what else was I going to say? Carrie is very excited to do anything for Valley Players Theater now. Anything. And she's going to be really sorry that she said that, because we've got so many things lined up for her. So she would like to dedicate tonight's performance to her mother, for tonight would have been her 80th birthday. That looks lovely.
Does it need to be on?
Yeah. You can kill line 2. It's just a prop. So Carrie's going to come out and sing "Little Girls" from Annie.
While we're deconstructing the stage here, I want to give you one last chance to get those signs in for the Raisinets. Come on, you cheapskates. Let's go. Cough it up. It's for a good cause, people. Come on, we got a new sound system to buy here. And Ned's doing Ned. So give him some money, give the man some money, make him go away. That's what I say. All right, so our next spot is for the person that's stuck on Prickly. So a moment of silence for everybody stuck in the mud. Oh. So next up, we have John and Victoria Crown. No Time to Waste. Since 2005, this spot has been reserved for Micheal Taub. Speaking of which, a moment of silence. Micheal has moved. Who let him move? Who is responsible for this? He has moved to New York, and so we don't have our annual skiing song, but we're going to start a new tradition. Because change is good, people. Embrace it. Okay. So he's not dead. That's good to put that in there, Doug. He's not dead. He's moved on to greener pastures. He's moved. I guess he moved to Maine. I thought it was New York, sorry. We wish him the best, but we're pleased to welcome Granville Days, John and Victoria Crown, to our stage for the first time. Their music is organic, handcrafted, and harvested from the Green Mountains of Vermont. They will be singing an original song, No Time to Waste. Give it up for John and Victoria Crown.
How is everybody? This is not a small guitar, it's a ukulele.
It didn't shrink in the wash.
Or an ukulele.
All right, this song's called No Time to Waste. Let there be peace, let there be love, let it shine down on the people, shine down from above, 'cause there's no time to waste, no time for hate, let there be love. Let the whole world unite. Let us all come together for the sake of mankind. Be kind to each other, 'cause there's no time to waste, no time for hate. Let there be love. Let us break down the walls of division and race. Put an end to violence. No more wars over rage. 'Cause there's no time to waste, no time for hate. Let there be love. 'cause there's no time to waste, no time for hate. Let there be love. Let there be love. Let there be love. I think we've got ourselves a new closing act. What do you think? Encore? No one's ever said that before. We've got Raisinets coming. Is that good enough?
No one's ever said that before because usually it's about 11 o'clock at night when the show ends.
That's true. I have thought about that, and I think I did pretty good, but it's 9:30, you're all still spry, no one's falling asleep yet. All right, Raisinets, here they come. Thank you all for your support. Ned, you know how hot it is in those suits, right? He's giving it up for this easy job of going around collecting money. Yeah, well, thank you all, everyone. We hope you had a great time this evening. Tell all your friends. And that is the end of our 2022 Cabin Fever Follies.